Good morning. It is Sunday, March 19th, 2023, and it is 7:19 a.m. I tried to do a video yesterday when I got home from work, and unfortunately, I got the whole failed to encode. So it was 10 minutes of me talking, which failed to encode. Fine. I am okay with this. So let me let you know what happened. Let's fill you in, okay? Before we go to our normal programming, okay, what happened was on Friday, I went to town and I had my appointment to get my tires and my oil change, and that's great. So I go over, I sit down, I get there about 5 minutes early. I go looking for the person I'm supposed to see, who is the manager. He said, I'll meet you there at 11. And they go, oh, he's not here right now. All right, that's a red flag. So, okay, well, my appointment's at 11. Well, we don't take appointments. All right, it's red flag number 2. Why would the owner tell me to meet him at a particular time in his facility when it's not an appointment? I asked the guy, and he blinked at me like an owl. I went, all right, let's just get this started. I was quoted 2 hours, probably going to be 3. I'm all good with this. We're ready to roll. Maybe a little longer than that, sir. Red flag number 3. All right, let's be calm. We have to determine how many tires we're going to get. That's going to take time. So I just said, what should I do until you guys are ready to pick up the car? And they said, well, there's a restaurant over there. You can go for a walk. You can sit here in the waiting room. We'll make you some coffee. All right. So I walked down Homestead, Florida's historical district. Yeah. Okay. I did actually play Indiana Jones for a minute. And I sat down in an open air cafe. First time I've eaten out in 13 months. Got some, what I'm thinking is authentic Mexican food in an outside cafe with queso. And I felt like Indiana Jones. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in an outside cafe in a foreign country, in a second world place, getting local food. So, you could hear the music in the background. All I needed was the bullwhip at that point. They moved the car. I went over. I went out and watched them. They said, you can't come in the bay while we're doing that. I said, you're not in the bay. You're outside. It's my house, and I'm going to watch. And they said, okay. They did a very thorough job on checking the tires. I needed 4 of them. That's fine. I said, I approve. Let's rotate them properly. If you need help, we'll go into the rig. We'll get the book. We'll find out what needs to be done. So they came back to me and they said, we're doing the oil change. Do you want synthetic or regular? I said, synthetic, please. He said, okay. They came back and said, oh, your oil pan drain plug is looking kind of ugly. I was like, a mechanic always has to find a problem. Replace it. That's a user-operated part. That's good. So they replace it, and they show me the tires, and they give me the extra one for a spare, right? And then, I wanted truck stems. That was the original order. Do you want braided stems? Oh, heck yeah, if you got them. That's an upgrade. I'll pay for that. So we only got 3, and we have to get 1, and that's another 20 minutes. The auto parts store will bring it to it. Okay, I'll wait that additional 30 minutes for an upgrade that I'm willing to pay for. Remember, show up at 11 o'clock, find the owner. It should be 2 to 3 hours, no problems, barring anything that you could see. 5 hours later, and okay, we got all the stuff done. You put the key in the carry-on, turn her on, check engine light comes on. Whoa, wait, stop now. Went right back out, and I said, whoa, you guys were playing with her guts last, and I didn't have this situation. And they went, well, it was on when you got here. I was like, I drove for 70 minutes. Not a 1. Didn't happen. You're going to have to try again. I said, smells like horseshit. However, I cannot discount that the one time you put the key in, it turned on. So I I will suspend my judgment. Still smells like horseshit. You guys touched it last? You're fixing it. Now. They plugged it in. They looked at the codes. I said, all right. I said, what's the last code on the machine? They showed me. I said, okay. I said, when did that code happen? They went, we don't know. There's no time date stamp on these codes. I said, so you could have not plugged something in, turned the engine on, and then it threw a check engine light, but there's no code for it because you didn't plug something in, you didn't do stuff in the proper order. Is that possible? Sure. I went, all right, give me your computer. I took a picture of it, and I said, now we have the data. Now clear the codes. Because if you're telling me you don't know when those codes got thrown, they could have been thrown in 2016 by the previous owner, for all I know. If there's a problem, I'll come back. We'll talk about it. It was very polite. Their service was professional. They were very courteous. They were very clean on their service. However, all those red flags means that on Thursday, I have to call the owner. And we're going to have a conversation because I'm not sure I can refer somebody to them without giving them the information I have. The prices that were quoted were fine. The products I bought were fine. Everything was fine. Fine. So ultimately, we're happy. We do have a crack in our windshield washer reservoir. So I'm dumping stuff in and it comes out. And I said to the guy, why didn't you tell me this? And he said, oh, I forgot. You didn't forget. You didn't dump anything in it, you jack. They think you're dumb, but that's all right. However, yesterday was a good day at work. We had they put 3 captains on and 3 naturalists on. Why they do this on Saturdays so that they can make our time. Well, I take charge of my time because it's the most important thing I have. So I talked to my partner. I talked to my boss. I said, what's the plan? He said, you tell me. I'm like, I'm not the boss. You're the boss. You come up with the plan. If you want me to make the plans, you make me the boss. And I'll do it. Other than that, you're the man in charge. You figure it out. And he sure did. He said, you and this person. I said, so if I go talk to this person, we come up with something useful. This sounds familiar, doesn't it? Will you approve of it? He said, bring it to me and I'll let you know. I went, good. If you don't approve of it, you better have a better plan. Walked out, talked to her. She and I are sparkling. We figured it out the same way we usually do. I walked back in. I said, here's what we'd like to do. Is this approvable by you? He said, sure. I went, thank you very much. We appreciate that. I left at about 3:45, so I left early, but I didn't quite leave. I was still walking around and talking to people, pointing out things, having a blast. So yesterday was a lot of fun, right? Got back here, went to the podcast. That was an awful lot of fun. I was eating while I was talking to you guys and feeding the big guy. And somewhere about 8 o'clock, I just went, I had enough. And turfed it until 2:30 in the morning. And that meant I got another 6 hours of sleep. So feeling way better. That congestion is gone. Everything's gone. Having a lot of fun. And today's plans, we're going to go out of order. Today's plans are go to work, but I believe I'm the only kid on the backcountry. My partner today's her Saturday. The other guy, they're going to put him probably on the bay. So I'm on the backcountry. So that means it's going to be an 8:30 to 5:30 day. That means I'm going to be working my tail off. Good. It's going to be fun. All right. So since we're going out of order, and I'm hoping all of you are very well, okay, we are going to do our obligatory case overview. What did you have for breakfast? Tell them what you had for breakfast. Yeah? Beef baby food, turkey baby food. You ate most of a hard-boiled egg, and you had a good couple of spoonfuls of mashed carrot. So he's going to feel great. After this video, we're going to have to take him, So anyway, let's put him down. Come here, go down. You can finish up the eggie if you want. Go ahead. It's still right there. All right, let's go to our daily Zen poem. Green waters and verdant mountains are the places to walk in meditation. By the streams or under the trees are places to clear the mind. Observe impermanence, Never forget it. This urges on the will to seek enlightenment. Kazan Joaquin, 1264, 1325. That is beautiful. Because I do Kinzen, I do walking meditation. And the object of impermanence, everything is going to change. How are you going to work with that change is the most important thing you can possibly do. Because you can't stop things from changing. Good change, bad change, no change. The only thing you can do is determine how you are going to move through it. Right? And when you're younger, you fight and you resist. And when you're older, you give up and accept. And somewhere in the middle between those, it's you determine what level of BS you're going to put up with. Is that good change or bad change? That's bad change. I'm not going to deal with that. We're not going to go there. You know, is this good change? Hey, let's give it a try. What's the worst thing that could happen? If it doesn't work, can we back out of it? No? Well, then maybe we shouldn't go there. We don't have a backup plan. You start asking more reasonable questions as you age. This is our daily rune pull. Algiz. That is the rune of protection. Let's take a look together. $104. All right. Control of the emotions is at issue here. During times of transition, change, shifts in life course, and accelerated self-change, because remember, we're on that journey of, I hate that term, you're on the trip where things are changing, you're changing, everything's changing. It is important not to collapse yourself into your emotions, right, because emotions are the most terrible thing to make decisions with. The highs as well as the lows. New opportunities and new challenges are typical of this rune, and with it will come trespasses and unwanted influences. Gotta take the good with the bad, kids. Algiz serves as a mirror for the spiritual warrior, one whose battle is always with the self. The protection of the warrior is like the warning rustle of the sedge grass or the curved horns of the elk, for both serve to keep open space around you. Remain mindful that timely action and correct conduct are the only true protection. Knowing what to do and doing the right thing as you understand it. If you find yourself feeling pain, observe that pain and stay with it. That's very Buddhist. You know, invite it to tea, right? Do not try to pull down the veil and escape your life by denying what is happening. You will progress, and that is your protection. So let's pull this all together, right? While Queso finishes his eggs. We're talking about meditation in nature. We're talking about understanding that things will change and how to seek enlightenment through that change. And at that time, we're talking about self-change. Things that are going to change around you. How do you deal with it? Not to collapse yourself into your emotions and simply be in that moment, which I think is a beautiful thing to do. Okay. Other than that, let's see what's going on. I talked about work. Talked about what I'm doing. It might rain. I hope it rains. It hasn't rained here in, oh my Lord, 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. And it is a dry season. I'd love a little bit of rain here. Let's see. Other than that, we don't have much of anything. It's just because I'm showered, as you can see. Yeah. Well, it look good. I know it's hard to deal with that. I'm showered. I'm shaved. Trim my face. The next step is, once he's done eating, make him go potty, wash the dishes, put on my work shirt, and get ready to go to work. About 10 after 8. Wander in, show my face, go get a cup of coffee, head to the boat. I know what to do after that. So I hope that your day is walking in meditation. I hope that your day is a clear mind. I hope that your day is, change and self-change and not collapsing into the highs and lows of emotion, but staying there right in that balance of knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to do it for. Because we're going to say it one more time. If you don't take care of you, nobody else will. Are they like-minded? Do they share your values? And do they have something to offer? if I was going to write down the 4 big rules, those are the 4 big rules. All right. Next thing coming up is, like I said, I'm going to get myself ready in case I think he's done. We're going to go to work. And do not forget, all of you who are watching, I am the official special fill-in host next Saturday for Captain Jack Scrapper. So we're going to get together about 7 because I have to look at my schedule again. But I think 7 o'clock is a better time than 6 because if I leave work at 5:40, I don't have any time. So 7 o'clock, we'll keep it short so we're not wasting anybody's time. We'll keep it from like 7 to 8. And we'll have a show. We'll have a show filling in for Jack while he's doing the stuff at the Ford Museum. I will say the same thing. I think the greatest format is first guest in gets to pick the topic. So early is a good arrival time if you want to talk about something. Have a great Sunday. I will see you guys later. Bye.